Okay, so this is started.
Okay.
And so Facebook now.
Yep.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. And now live. We are setting up like 5 different cameras, so just a moment. Checking connection. Aloha.
Okay. All right. So
here we are, and fingers crossed that everything will go well today. We had many technical difficulties yesterday and learned a lot, so thank you for being very patient with us. And today we start again. So I'm Laksmi-Ditton.
And I'm Michael Ditton.
And we are Infinite
Activation. And we're coming to you from Big Island, Hawaii. And we want to say welcome and thank you very much for coming. This is day 2 of our challenge, Abundance Challenge. So we want to share with you.
Aloha, everyone.
Yeah, we want to share aloha. We want to share with you the topic of the day. It's kind of a little multi-topic. We're talking a little bit about the origin of, the story about beliefs and patterns. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. We'll talk about kind of the origin, where it comes from. But basically, in a nutshell, what we're going to do is talk about releasing the past so we can build on the future. If you're coming to us today and you've been receiving the emails, you're getting the worksheets, and we'll talk a little bit about that. If you haven't registered, there'll be a link. The Instagram one we'll have to post afterwards because I'm still learning Instagram and I couldn't figure out how to do it with the live. But we'll go ahead and get that posted. There'll be a link so that you can go register. And once you register, you'll get the all the worksheets that go along with this challenge. So again, thank you very much. Welcome. And we're going to get into the nuts and bolts here. So before we jump off and we talk a little bit about this, I've got a little quote here that we've got. Without freedom from the past, there is no freedom at all. And that's Krishnamurti. I have a hard time saying that. But basically what we want to do is we'll take any of the beliefs or values or anything that have been ingrained in us or conveyed or transferred from somebody else, society, a family member, what have you, that is a belief that we may not feel the same way they do about, or we may not, have the same feeling about. And today it's about taking control of that. And if that's not your belief and you want to change, basically what you need to do is identify it, and you can do that on your worksheet, and then figure out how you're going to change that. So it is your belief. It is your future. And today, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so many times we may have come to a point in our lives where we feel that we are victims of circumstances. And when we get to that point, that's actually a marker that we are not the captains of our own lifeboat. So when we want to change things and do things our way and have that freedom and independence, then we have to be completely free from the influences from the past and, of course, from the now and present moment. But oftentimes those influences from the past or patterns, even behavioral patterns, may really take over and make our life very, very hard and difficult.
Yeah.
And oftentimes also other people's projections on us or expectations on us may actually lead our life for a very long time.
So basically you want to figure out what those self-limiting emotions, beliefs, patterns, what they are, whatever's holding you back. And once you identify those, again, use the worksheet, or you can just write it down, but make sure you write it down, because that's the best way to validate what it is and then use it in making that change. Because living in the past keeps you stuck in the past. So mistakes aren't mistakes unless you do the same thing repetitively over and over again. If you learn from a mistake, then it's valuable knowledge. It's actually, it's a good thing. Most people that succeed have learned from their failures. But if you continue to do the same thing over and over, you're going to get the same results. And of course, that's not going to move you forward. And it's the same with a limiting belief or emotion or something like that, if it's not something that you want, you have to change it. So you identify it, write it down, figure out a way to make that change.
Yeah. And so one example is some years ago, my son was doing competitive swimming. And at one point, he actually just stopped it. And I asked him, like, what happened? And then he said that, Mom, I realized this is not my dream. This is my dad's dream. And this is an example how oftentimes, we maybe go and study something or we become someone and we are actually not connected to that at all. It's just a projection of someone put on us. So it's a really good point to kind of take that moment and look at your life at the moment. Am I completely free, or is the past really still influencing me? And if it is, what do I need to change right now? And we have so many massive tools how to work with past release. Hawaiian shamanism, we have different products coming up. There's so many things, energy work. So there's so many ways to work with that, but we just wanted to introduce you to this topic today so you can start to think in alignment with us.
Yeah. And in fact, we just had a situation with, hello, everybody. Yeah. Aloha. We just had a situation with a friend who had a past relationship that they were stuck on and couldn't quite get past. And we worked with that friend and did a little
past release ritual.
Yeah, past release ritual. And it was almost instantaneous to see the weight lifted off her shoulders and the ability to move forward. And it was simply identifying what it was and figuring out how to work through it and get on moving with the future.
And sometimes it's also like you are not actually able to do it all by yourself. You need an outside perspective. So that's where it comes in also, to go to a mentor or talk to a therapist and find, people who can give you a second opinion and help you to step out of it. Like I have been in so many times in my life in situations where the bad old habits or beliefs, like we talked about yesterday, I'm not enough, have actually completely been the captains of my boat. So I realized that as no, that doesn't work for me anymore. I am enough, I have enough, and I create from that abundance. And this is what happens then. Holistic abundance starts to show up in your life on so many levels and ways. And even meeting Michael, looking for my Mr. Right for 14 years, I just realized that I have been doing it all wrong. And, it has to be changed and, different ways has to be brought in.
Yeah, and we're very blessed that we have each other and we work with each other on these. But we still go to an outside coach to make sure that we're not stuck in the past, because sometimes that outside third party perspective is something that helps. So we constantly work on it. And it's what improves our lives, and we want to continue to improve our lives. And we have some tools in that we want to help you if you want to improve your lives as well. So
thank you so much, everyone who is here. I see Tamur, Maive, Maret, and there are Thomas, Andrea, Kaye, Ann-Christine, Pille, Kiola. Wow.
Oh, yeah, we got a whole bunch. Yeah, we got a whole bunch. So thank you guys.
Also other channels.
One last thing before we cut out, the worksheets. If you're getting the emails, you'll have access to the worksheets. If not, there'll be a link that you can register so that you do have the worksheets. The worksheets are important. Anytime you write something down, it's gonna validate what it is that you're doing and give you a better opportunity to work forward on it. So with today, you're gonna want to write down whatever that limiting belief or something that's been imposed on you through other social environments or family or friends or what have you, and then write down how you want to get around it. And we're going to wish you the best of that. Tomorrow, you got something?
I want to also say that if you have someone in your life who would need this kind of challenge or work with themselves, it's still possible to join the challenge.
Absolutely.
And you see the link here, we'll add it to Instagram as well. So please share it, share this video also on your timeline. By sharing, we are expanding and multiplying and amplifying aloha as well from Hawaii.
And tomorrow we're going to do a little bit of visualization, which is my favorite thing to do, because you get to basically visualize your new future and the fun things that come along with it. So thank you again for joining us today live. We will be back same time, same bat channel tomorrow. And
if you have questions or comments or something what you get as an insight from your homework on the worksheet, you can share it underneath every video and every topic. We would be very happy to be a little more interactive with you. These videos will be shorter because this is the format we have right now, so we can't be very interactive.
This is a challenge.
Yeah, so but we can communicate later. So
all right.
Mahalo.
Mahalo, aloha, and see you tomorrow.
Yeah, the same time.